Hey son, today we talk a little bit about Swedish black metal band called Svederna, and now it's time for their second album, Svedjeland. So let's take a look on this fine digipack release. Twofold, with golden printing, very nice look, better looking in real life than in this video. Inside we obviously have here the CD, which with the same image on the background as CD, as well as the booklet, which is not so much a booklet rather than a lyrics sheet. Only in Swedish. It's not like I can make out any of those words, but what I could read from the world of internet is that this is not so much about black metal when it comes to the lyrics part, but more like black metalish way of doing anti-establishment metal, whatever it means in this case. Now, musically, Svederna, which doesn't exactly sound like a black metal name to me, this is very much kind of back to the 1990s, mid or last part of the decade of, doing kind of a Norwegian or Swedish black metal. Everything from melodic parts to the atmosphere, riffs, sounds, even the kind of a typical shrieky vocals with aggressiveness is something that is kind of very, very common. Yet this album has some nice magic which separates it just, plain copycat albums, which are more than enough in this world already. Now, the first thing what you can actually hear in this album is it feels like a kind of a reissue of some album which you cannot totally put your finger on. To me, it kind of sounds like this is a fusion or combination of bands like Take, Dreldom, and some other bands which I can get into my head. Maybe Kamfar, Borgnagar, all those kind of known names from the Swedish and Norwegian scene back in the 1990s, which then again had their own unique sound, but then again also remind each other. And this is like kind of a crosscut, through those albums. So if you can just, take all the ingredients, put them in a bowl or something and let them just, sink in and kind of get those vibes from other albums. This is kind of like what happens, and by no means this is a bad thing. It's just like this feels so very reminiscent of other albums out there. So not exactly original one, but a kind of like a fusion kitchen having those elements from different parts of, Nordic black metal. So I don't know if these kind of lyrics are not your cup of tea. Maybe just don't dip in and give this one a pass. But if those list of bands which I just mentioned are enough for you to check it out, and if you don't care so much about lyrics, or maybe if you can read Swedish and make those lyrics would make sense to you, this is definitely something worthwhile checking. I mean, I had a nice time listening to this a few times, and while there are no clear flaws on this album, it's not great, but still quite good an album. So kind of like mid-tempo, fast tempo, melodic Swedish black metal, the way I guess for most people it was meant to be. Just don't expect a Dark Funeral or Marduk or Battery copycat, and you're pretty safe to go with Svederna. That's all from me. Check out the album or samples and get to the comment section. Looking forward to hearing from you. See ya with more Rauta stuff coming your way. Bye.